video I'm going to cover on how to create a simple and complex logical rule and how to apply them on child rules. So once we install and activate the rules engine, we are going to get the left navigation with rules engine and a list of parent and child rules. So the parent rule, which we are referring it as a logical rule, and child rules are the pages, posts, etc. So this is the logical rule. The first screen provides the list of defined logical rules. So now no rules are available. Let me go and create a new simple logical rule. So click on logical rule, and here we define a logical rule with name as guest rule, and which should be unique, and action hook will come back at the end of this tutorial. So here the description for the guest rule. So I've just added the description. Now here we are defining the rule for this logical rule. So the rule is defined using the criteria, subcriteria, and the conditions and the value associated with the rule. So let me select the criteria as user profile and subcriteria as unregistered, condition equals to, and the value as unregistered. So after selecting the appropriate values, click on save rule button. So the rule is created. Now let me go and apply the guest rule to the page rules. So now click on page rules. The UI is very much similar to the logical rule. The first part will show you the list of defined page rules. Now no rules are available. We are getting a message, page rules not found. Now click on the page rules. So here define page rule and select the appropriate logical rule. We say that guest rule, since there is only one rule, is now available for the rule. Now select the pages. I'm selecting all the pages except the home page and applying the action as hide page. I'm just writing some information. This page you are accessing is not available, and just say save. See, now the page rule is being created. Now we go and verify whether this rule is applied or not. So now just move to other browser. Let's Chrome browser. Let's see, you have the menu of all these pages. Now I'm going to remove the cache and say refresh. You can see that only one menu, one page is available. Now let me log in with a user account. I'm logging with the sub user. You can see that all the menus are available, and once again logging out. You can see that for guest user only home page is available. So this is what the rule that we have created. Now let's go and create a complex rule. Click on this logical rule and we just give the name of the rule as complex rule. and hook, just make it as empty for now. And description, this rule is a complex rule used for mobile device type, and user role is subscriber or author or guest user. So let me create this rule. For that, let me check the mobile device as a criteria and device type as a criteria and equals to smart mobile, and or mobile device type, I'm selecting tablet. So I'm going to have the role as subscriber. So for that we need AND condition, and in order to separate this rule we need to add the proper brackets. So I'm separating the OR condition with brackets and AND condition also with brackets, and I'm selecting the criteria as user role name is equals to, we need to type at least 2 characters here, and I'm saying subscriber or author, and I'm saying once again user profile equals to unregistered user. So I have 3 brackets open on the left side. We need to have the appropriate closing on the right side. So the first thing is mobile device, bracket closes here, and the second bracket close here. Now we are ready with the complex rule. I'm saving this complex rule. Okay, now the complex rule is created. Now we go and apply this particular complex rule to the theme rules. So let me add the theme rule section. I'm saying that mobile theme. So this theme is used for mobile device and user is guest or role is subscriber or author. So I have provided enough information in description to identify the rule. I'm selecting the theme as 2012 and I'm selecting the rule as complex rule and status is active. So now you can observe that the mobile theme rule is created. Now we go and check whether this rule is applied or not. In the site, now we are going to verify whether this theme rule is applied or not. So before verifying, we need to clear the cache in the browser. So I am using the Chrome emulator. Apply this iPad emulator here, emulation here. I'm just say refreshing the page. Now you can see that 2012 theme is applied. So this is how we can create a logical rule with complex conditions such as criteria and sub-criteria and apply them in defining the theme. So we can use in a similar way the same logical rules and apply to different child rules. So let me go back once again to logical rule. Now I'm going to cover about how to use the hook in the logical rule section. So I'm just adding the guest user. Added the hook as guest user hook and updating the rule. You can see that the guest user hook is shown here, and this is a method that I have defined anywhere in our code. So for example, for demo purpose, I have defined here and I'm saying that echo I am in guest user hook. Now go and access this particular method and see whether the hook is called or not. I'm clearing the cache. You can see that on the top I am in guest user hook, so the method is called by the rules engine. So now let me log in with a user and see whether this hook being called or not. You can see that the hook is being not called. So this is the purpose of hook. That means you can define a hook that will be called by the rules engine whenever the logical rules condition is satisfied. Here the condition is user is not logged in, so it is called at the guest user level. Similarly, we can define these hooks at wherever the possible ways, like in the complex rules or any other rules, so that will be called at that particular point of view when the rule is satisfied. So this is very much useful in case for generating the audit reports or sending emails, etc. Thanks for watching the video on logical rules. So you can go and watch the individual rules videos such as page rules and post rules to understand more about the child rules. Thanks once again.